be more upbeat. Like I should try to be like, oh man, what's up guys? We're back here again doing another video. But it's just not.
It's, yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's just like, hello, my Garinos. How are you doing? Back at it again with another video.
It's just like every video you like describe your audience as a type of food. Oh man, what's up my cheese puffs? Come back again watching the video, and then like the next video just like, what is up my freaking chimichangas? And it's just freaking weird. But anyway,
Bro, once it sounds natural, it kind of like doesn't feel cringe.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's up, gamers? Or like, what's up, dudes? It's just like, what's up, followers? It's just like, what's up, my brothers?
Yeah, I used to do what's up, bromigos, and then like it just got too cringe for me. Yeah. But anyway, welcome all that watched this video. So I am going to do Elden Ring with a little bit of a twist. I have my friend Flair here, and he
Hello.
is and he is going to create the rules of what I have to do in order to beat the game.
Okay, and I do have some amazing rules. Amazing rules. You see, I have this fantastic idea. Can be chance. Sure that he doesn't.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Breaking up.
Yeah.
It's a part of the challenge. Don't worry, my guys.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. It's okay. It's the iPad. Please switch to the phone. Okay. Well, I'm being to not hot the con. And it will be weird. You'll be forced to.
In and out.
Oh, my good sir. My good sir, you see, here's a power that for the first challenge, you're gonna prioritize getting the mimic.
Oh, the mimic?
Yes, and you see, it's not about getting a good build, no. For this challenge, you're gonna be doing things with no abilities, no magic, no holy powers.
No magic, no holy powers. Okay, I'm
you will, and the thing is, you'll only be doing basic bitch stuff like D&D. You will either use a sword or a dagger.
Okay. Should I?
Even a great sword counts. A great sword also counts.
Okay. So is there a specific class you want me to be?
Yes. For you see, you can never go wrong with the ultimate beta basic bitch fighter style. You're starting in with the samurai.
Ooh, okay, I'm liking this.
Just kidding, you thought so. You're just kidding. Nah, you're starting. Yeah, you thought. No. And before you become a basic bitch, you first have to evolve from non-existent level 0 bitch ass. So you're gonna start with the level 1 class, nothing class. No stats or anything, you're pure level 1. Pure suffering. And the thing is, I told you that the only weapons you're going to be able to use is a sword or dagger, right? If you have none available at your disposal, that's where the next challenge is. You only use your fists.
I only use my fists? Oh my god.
Not even the club. Not even the club.
Jesus.
Let's go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna name it I'm just gonna name it Evolicious. Just because I don't know what it is, but I keep on liking the just the way it rolls off the tongue. It's just like, oh man, I'm Evolicious.
It just means that you're just about to go into becoming one of those streamers that loves giving the audience ASMR when crunching on food. You're getting close. You're about to become the basic average streamer. You're there.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. You're about to become one.
Let's see. Do I get any keepsakes or?
Oh, wait. You think I'm being nice? Oh. Oh, that's cute. Adorable. That's so innocent. No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Suffer. It's all about suffering. It's a Souls game. It's all about suffering.
This is gonna be so bad.
Oh, it's gonna be an amazing journey. Oh, and yeah, for the next, after you complete the Mimic, you'll wanna know your next goal challenge with all of these restrictions?
What's the next goal challenge?
You're gonna get the Blood Knight Wolf set.
The Blood Knight Wolf set?
The one where it's in the capital of you know who. In the capital.
Oh, wait. I think I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Man. You're like
Have fun.
You're like having me collect like the freaking like hardest armor, the hardest things to freaking collect.
No, yeah. I'm making you collect all of that, and here's the thing. And once you collect all of that, then you can start doing all of the other content, but only with the restriction of no abilities, no magic, no other weapon other than a dagger or a sword.
Okay.
And the thing is, if you have none of those available, you only use fists. Now, remember, I only said dagger and sword. No shields. So enjoy.
Oh shit! No shields.
Yeah, I told you which items you're gonna be allowed to use.
Oh man, you're making this way too hard on me.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, because like I told you about the items. From certain instances, you can still use, you know, your consumable items and stuff, and you can wear whatever. But once you get that Blood Knight Wolf set, that's the only thing you're gonna be forced to wear once you get to it. No changes, no nothing. The entire set.
Oh man, now.
And the thing is, every 10 minutes you must always talk like this Skyrim NPC, no lollygagging.
I gotta talk like a NPC. What?
Like a Skyrim NPC guard. You're gonna have to do that every 10 minutes.
I'm gonna have to do that every 10 minutes? I don't even know. I can't even remember the last time I heard a Skyrim, like, NPC.
Well, start getting ready before you even reach the armor set. You have a lot of time.
Oh my god. So
Yes.
here's my whole thing. So I'm not allowed to, like, continue the storyline until I get the Mimic and I get the armor set, right?
Who yet live?
Can you repeat it just in case?
So is it that
Speaks
I'm
to us
unable
all.
to continue the storyline if I don't have the Mimic and I don't have the armor?
You see, I told you that you need to continue. The thing is, you're not gonna be fighting. The reason why I want you to get that slime first, once you get access to the slime, your next mission is to get the Blood Knight Wolf. Once you get that Blood Knight Wolf, that's amazing. Now, here are the rules of what happens when you get your slime finally. Whenever there is an area that allows you to summon an ally, you will always prioritize summoning the slime out of anything else. You will not buff, you will not do anything that is within your consumable list, and you will only use the slime as a summonable ally priority, no matter what. Whenever you see the little icon that is allowing you to summon allies, you will always use the slime at all times, priority. If you access an area where you summon a slime, you will always keep summoning it over and over again.
Alright.
Or
Okay.
not.
That's fine. That makes sense. Alright, and I'm allowed to do anything with my stats, right?
That's right. Oh, indeed. Enjoy.
Alright.
But the fact is, you only have a limited amount of weapons you can wield, which is a sword, which is just great swords, or daggers. And that's it.
Alright, great swords,
And
swords, or
become
daggers.
the
Alright.
Elden Lord.
What about curved swords? Do those count as great swords, or do those not count?
Curved swords are still swords, so yes, they count as swords.
Okay, alright.
You're welcome to use those.
Alright, so let me start this off. Ah man, my character I don't know why my mind it just immediately went to, you know how like all you stars like with the
Yeah.
claw as the wretched. My mind was just like, man, I got an ass. But,
I see.
So let's see. I gotta get rid of the mallet. So there goes my mallet.
Also, give me a moment. I'll be right back. Give me a moment. I just have to do something.
All right. Oh no. Oh, this is already such a bad idea. What have I done? Why, hello.
Now, you see, it's just the problem is I needed to switch to phone because, technical difficulties. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh man, this is gonna be there's so much pain you're putting me through.
That's what I always do to my friends. I always put them in pain because that's what friends are for. Yay!
Oh god.
Hey, this is a beautiful journey. You get to finally journey, and the fact is, you get to prioritize the slime. Am I right?
Yeah. I totally forgot where the slime is, so I'm gonna have to look that up and find that out. So I can
Good
find
luck.
it. Because I'm pretty sure like things don't randomize in this game, do they? No, they don't.
Don't
Nope.
worry, Torrent.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
So let me tell you about the situation around it. Is that in order to get to the to the slime, you need to beat Radon.
Even if it does violate.
Oh shit, really? I have to beat Radon?
Yes, am I right?
Oh my god. You're killing me here. You're killing me, Smalls.
No, I'm not. I'm not killing you yet. Oh, just have fun fighting the Blade of Mikola once you get the Blood Knife, Wolfsit.
Oh my god. Let's see. Oh wait. I have an idea. If I remember where a specific item is, I might be in the clear. Cause do katanas count as swords?
Katanas, I did allow katanas.
Okay, alright. Okay, but first I gotta start out here. I am just gonna run past the training area. I don't need that training area. Okay, so let's see. I should probably write down these rules somewhere so I have recollection of them later. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's that. Alright, so let's go. I'm making my way up before I go.
Making my way downtown with my bitch. She's the camera stop. Okay, now.
Alright, so...
Now, I wonder how it's gonna go for you. Because if I wanted to be so evil, I would have done it. But no, I'm not. I'm not gonna give that rule.
I mean, if you want, we can make it so that every single time we do an episode, you can change one rule.
No, the thing is, this rule you will hate me. These rules, I'm satisfied with the rules that I gave you. Now, this rule is evil if I wanted to add it. If I wanted to.
But you don't, right?
You're tempting me. You're tempting me. The more the more you're begging for mercy. The more you beg for mercy, the more tempting it is. I wish I could just force you to start equipping in all of your inventory slots weapons of daggers and swords by default. It has to always be all of your slots because it adds weight. So I was just thinking, how would you feel fat rolling every time? And being
bad.
Imagine being overcumbered, man. That would be so funny.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever killing this one soldier.
Oh yeah, because you cannot use anything other than your fist. Oh.
Unless I can freaking shove my fist up his ass. But even then, that only does 7 damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't need to fight him. There's something I can get a sword right away. I'm so glad I remember things about this game, because this would be extremely hard if I didn't. I've never even finished this game, to be honest. So I'm literally gonna be doing this game with like freaking blind. Well, I've gotten up to at least half of like the halfway point of the game. You know, the part where you're already at the herb tree and all that. Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Me, I have yet to kill the fire giant. So yeah.
Darn it. But I got the sword, so screw you. Sorry, I got killed by a guy with a spear. This is going to be so painful. Ugh, man. You know what? Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about D&D, since technically this whole series is going to be about creating D&D things that are like Dark Souls based.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of a dual wielder guy myself, but when it comes to great swords, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of my things have been twin blades, great swords, or dual wielding weapons. Dual wielding swords, mind you, or using a scythe because they're fun also.
I've never actually used a scythe before.
After me playing Bloodborne and stuff, it just felt cool. After you get the scythe, or when playing Dark Souls 3, a certain DLC that gives you the special scythes of a certain someone. Not trying to spoil much. Play Dark Souls 3, you peasants.
Get good?
Indubitably.
Alright, so let's see. So, can you at least point me in the right direction of where I need to go to get this slime? Or wait, I have to beat Radahn. You told me that. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, before you get to do anything, you need to beat Radahn to even access the area.
Yeah.
So you need to do everything for... The thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. You are supposed to focus on the slime, so looking for all of the NPCs that are supposed to help you in the battle against Radahn is also allowed, because it's still being used for you to achieve your objective of beating Radahn just to get the slime. So technically, that's a loophole you can technically use.
Oh. So wait, does that mean I get to use like the summons for the Radahn fight?
Yes, because I'm not expecting you to succeed with only fucking a tiny ass sword or something like. Okay, it's Rodan, my dude. It's Rodan. I'm not expecting you to be that good.
You never
Can
know,
you solo Radahn?
I could be that good.
Okay, you don't get to. Okay, then I guess you don't get to.
No, wait.
No, I'm sorry. No, my good sir. Now you're fighting Radahn by yourself. You don't have to focus. You don't focus on the NPCs anymore. You don't focus. This is what happens when you talk.
God damn it.
Greetings.
Now you fight Radahn by yourself, and I want to see that in full glory. How many tries will before you give up or despair or be mind broke?
Oh my god.
Maybe all of the above.
This is gonna be so bad. Okay, let's see. But anyway, back to our talk on D&D.
I offer you an accord.
So, let's see. She's gonna talk to me, so I
Have you heard of the
am
finger
going
maidens?
to...
You might need your horse.
They
You might need your horse. That's
stand
technically
offering
something that I didn't
guidance and
disable,
aid
so you can use your horse.
tarnished.
Gotcha.
Just telling you that.
Okay.
If you want to ever stand a chance, if you ever want to stand a chance, you're gonna need your horse.
I'll add on
Yeah.
this.
Well, technically for the Radahn
can
fight,
play the
there is a
role of
way to
maiden.
do it without ever having to use your horse.
Turning
The thing is, are you
runes
sure you can trust yourself?
Oh
to
no, I
aid
can't
you
trust
in your
myself doing
search
it.
for the Elden Ring.
Yeah, no, you then get the horse.
You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd tree.
How do you spell the Uji Katana? How do you spell that? Jesus. Uji Katana. There it is, Uji Katana. Okay, I know where it is. Okay. Yes, I'm going to
Settle.
accept
Summon
the
me
levels.
by grace to turn runes into strength.
So now I got bitches.
Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
I have
Use
six.
it
Now,
to traverse
Oh.
now,
great
I'm gonna be honest
distances.
with you. I'll be honest with you. The situation.
Summon a spectre
Give me a moment.
named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Okay. So there's that.
No, I'm back now. I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, just trying to make sure because I just spotted something escaping, so I just had to make sure the pets don't, get crazy. Yes, but talking about D&D, you see, as the situation calls for it, I would say that after you experience what my character does, and technically, positive, I would say positive feedback on your side of things and no complaints. This is one of those moments where I'm just glad that the Souls-like campaign has been successful pretty much.
Oh yeah, I feel like that campaign is going the best so far.
Indeed. And considering this, how do you consider so far my buddies when we did the first session? Was it chaotic and fun?
Oh yeah, I was just like, it was really fun. Oh, and
Yeah.
I died. This is good. This is great. This is a great start.
Yeah, no, I don't wanna be too mean and having you eat a jalapeno per day.
A jalapeno per death. I can't even buy jalapenos. I'm broke right now.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Here,
Do you
I'll-
have any spicy? Do you have any spicy stuff?
I have Takis. Does that count?
Are they spicy enough
I mean,
to burn?
I would say they're spicy.
Do not. Do not. They're not spicy enough.
They're not.
You'll only be you'll only be enjoying it. No. No. If you had the determination to be, with spicy food, oh, I would make you try the devil pepper.
The devil pepper? That's a thing?
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, hey, Texas has some weird shit.
Okay, let's see. I gotta run past all of these guys. I'm level 1. I can't do anything against any of these guys.
Meanwhile, I'm just like teaching my disciple on how to do things.
On the West March server.
Yeah, indeed. Enjoying my time and just having my character finally like. Okay, this is one of those moments where it's weird. People when it's just like Flair doing a character arc that is not depression related. What is this sorcery? And it's just like, listen, depression arcs are the best. They always put a lot of. It's like making people understand the loser side of things and be like, I can relate to that. Losing at life.
Yeah, I feel like depression arcs in literally anything, like they just like have such like they give such like a huge amount of like gravitas.
Then there's me that actually kind of goes overboard and just like at this point it's just me bullying my own characters. No, it's not even bullying. I think it's abuse. It's just like so how many friends are you killing from this character? It's just like yes. It's just like oh, hey, finally he's getting his moment to level up and learning new techniques. Surely he's gonna beat the bad guy this time. And then there's just me smiling with just like, oh, you wait when I prove you wrong and break his hopes and dreams. The beauty of making the underdog of all underdogs, making them fail so many times that even the fucking viewers are just like, just let him win, only once.
Yeah. Let's see, is this where it is? Nope, this is not where it is. I'm trying to find a place for me to get the Uji Katana, because then that'll help me out because of the bleed. Why don't I get the feeling there's like a catch that's gonna happen?
Ooh, you forgot one thing though.
What?
It's just the enjoyment that I'm gonna have. It's just the enjoyment I'm gonna have. It's just like you think katanas are your life saving, but then you forgot I said no abilities, right?
Yeah.
That means no upgrading your weapons.
What? No upgrading the weapon?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be impossible, dude.
Nah, somebody already did it. Come on, you got this. I believe in you.
I heard that. just the I believe in you, and then there's just no, I don't.
This is just a challenge. If I wanted to be so rude, I would just be like, okay, level 1 forever, no stat ups. You will never upgrade gear. No abilities on your weapons, no magic, no items. If I wanted to be evil, I would have even said no items.
Oh, Jesus.
No healing. Every time you die, you restart.
Jesus. You know what? I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to feel like there's jeez, oh no, please no. I'm a good
Don't worry,
guy,
that's.
I swear.
I just want to talk.
Okay. Come on. Yes. I got him up the foot. Haha. Don't take that out of context. Okay, I got gauntlets. I have gauntlets.
The thing is, you only use your fist. That means that no gauntlets or anything that is you. Well, unless if the gauntlets are considered a weapon or equipment, is it armor?
It's armor.
Okay, you pass. Okay, you pass for now. For now. If it's weapons, no, if fist, just pure fist. No weapon for fists. Just pure fist if you have access to no dagger and no sword.
No dagger, no sword. Jeez. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think I see where I have to go in order to get the katana. So I can't upgrade the katana, but at the same time, like that's fine, I think, because bleed doesn't even increase on it when you upgrade it.
Well, the thing is, did you know how you had like those special weapons of war type of scrolls of war, some ashes of war or something like that?
Yeah.
They also count, so no adding those.
Oh man, I was just about to ask about that too. Jesus.
Oh.
This is
Oh, the
gonna
power.
be insane. Okay, so let's see. What is happening? Oh, skeleton. Oh wait, I forgot I could upgrade. I have to run all the way back. Let's see. Oh yeah, but as I was saying, I'm purely doing this so that I can get more experience of writing like encounters for an open world-ish idea because
I
I'm
see.
doing a Souls-like campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing is, just like how I taught you about Avray and how I taught you about how hunting works, like you saw how random it was, or how like the other guys from the server did Dank, Forest, or some stuff like that, like tier 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, forest is a biome. A biome is where it has the Avray keeps an entire list of monsters that are official, and all of those monsters, I'm gonna be honest with you, they have a specific script that it follows. Forest contains like rats, eagles, and stuff like that, even bloodhawks, even bugbears and stuff like that. The likelihood of you encountering a fire giant is 0 in the forest, unless you do a special encounter event or something. But majority of the time, you're expected to encounter things that are, forest-like. And if it's nighttime, you're expected to encounter sometimes, like a banshee or something. But that's like tier 3 deadly stuff. Tier 3 in the server that you saw was for characters that are level 10 and above, and it has to be a full party of 4 that are level 10 and above to even handle tier 3. That's where you find giant apes, even other monstrosities that are dangerous. You could even encounter, giant elks, like 13 of them and stuff sometimes, if you're unlucky, and that's where combat can get more dangerous. Yeah. In, like, let's say for example, I want to fight a fire giant. Okay, oh yeah, you're likely to find a fire giant on a hill or on a mountain biome, or even in the Underdark. The Underdark has a lot of weird shit, so anything goes in the Underdark. You could encounter something like rats. You could encounter even something like water elementals or water weirds, even fire elementals. You could even encounter other weird shit. Like, like arcanist mind flayers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Underdark. That's where the creepy stuff happens. There's even a Dao there, which are those genie-like, evil-like thing entities. There's even a Vahir or something like that. They're technically monsters that hunt adult dragons, and they're Underdark only monsters. They're snake-like big things that can climb in the Underdark. That's where they kill adult dragons. That's where they kill dragons in general.
Whoa.
Yeah. And you know how dragons have caves and stuff like that? These things can appear inside caves.
Mm. Whoa.
Mm. Mm.
Alright, so first I got to upgrade myself a whole bunch by killing some good old bad guys.
Mm. Good old bad guys? Are you sure? What if you're debilitated?
I can do this.
I can do this. It's just like then there's me who made the campaign all depressing and all realistic and likely to scrooge your hopes and dreams. And it's just like, oh, you poor innocent child. I'm about to teach you what it means to get clapped. Yeah, my depressing stories always end up like putting you like the underdog of underdogs. I'm having RP moment, RP like not D&D related, but it's just pure RP writing story. Some of my buddies when we barely started, we didn't have any like agreement, didn't compromise, didn't know how to hold back and stuff like that when it comes to making characters. Like not D&D related, but it could just be like, oh, my character is like has like this kind of abilities and could even kill a god, and I'm just like, I just wanted to have like certain characters that are just like Batman related, but nah, y'all have like god slaying things, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm tired of you guys always being like this super strong. I'm gonna make an entire world that nerfs all of you, and it's so weaponized, even the toilets are weaponized, and you will be screwed. That's an entire world where gods are slain like it's a fucking Monday or a fucking Tuesday, like it's nothing. Where they could time travel, dimensional travel, go to multiple different multiverses just to fucking kill you over and over. Where they farm gods just to make technology out of them, and then I made the villain and its fucking army so fucking competent that my friends were complaining. You're expecting a fucking bunch of dumbasses to 4D chess. No, not even 4D chess. To even gazillion D chess universal big brain and enemy. Where every single mistake is just like, and where every single mistake would mean it would mean death. And I'm just like, yes, because I'm tired of y'all being this powerful. You want to be god level? You better show me god level skills. So yeah, I kind of like, so yeah, nobody decided to be overpowered after my little stuff. Yeah, I loved how. No, the thing is, it's just like explain how this magic followed these laws, and then I showed them. I was so petty. I made an entire periodic table of how magic works for each elements.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I was that petty, just to screw powerful characters. I was that petty. I got like, you know what? I'm gonna screw over your characters. It's just like, oh, I have a character that will never be scared. Oh yeah, now I developed a special medicine that is able to break your character and even bring the sense of fear. And I don't care if he's immune to fear. I found a way to break even the fearless of people that are immune to fear. I even broke the description of fear itself to be afraid of himself. Yeah, I was that petty. I found a way to make sure that your character's immunities and strengths and stuff that defines them. Yeah, I kind of like was so petty. I wanted to humiliate their characters. That's just me being petty.
Jeez.
That's what happens. That's what happens when people are flexing and being too annoying to me.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think think I'm starting to get the handle of this. Cause, am I allowed to block using the sword?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me see if which one does more. Oh, the Uchi Katana does less. Well, that makes sense because I'm using a great sword.
The thing is, if I wanted to be mean, I would have denied you katanas, but then I want you to stand a chance just to abuse the bleed status elements.
Gotcha.
Because might as well let you, because I know you're gonna love using katanas.
Oh yeah, katanas are the frickin' best.
I used the Guts greatsword. Nobody can stop me.
Oh yeah.
It's just like it's just like it's a colossal weapon. It's so slow and not viable. And I'm just like, look, listen. I fought Mikola. I fought the blade of Mikola. Oh, I don't care. I beat her with the Guts sword. I was that determined to make it the ultimate anime badass moment. I didn't kill the fire giant, but I could kill the blade of Mikola. So, badass.
Nice.
I'm
gonna end up dying. No, not yet.
as expected.
Jeez. Yep, looks like great swords are gonna be the way I do things. Now, here's a question I have. Am I technically allowed to imbue weapons with like damage resistors? Like, you know how sometimes you can put the bleed status effect on weapons?
I told you that no.
Damn it.
I told you no. I told you no. You will survive with what you're given in these rules. This is not abuse.
Bad. Well, let's see. Firstly, I should probably... Well, I have to get rid of the katana because now I know that the katana is just not gonna work. Sadly, for this. Since I can't upgrade anything.
And then I'm typing here because I pretty much just let the disciple take a free W because here's the thing. Technically, I won the battle because I was highly overleveled and I could have easily finished the character off, but I was deciding, you know what, I'm going to attack the Echo also and only attack once per turn to give her a chance. And the thing is, I gave her the chance to long rest 3 times. And if she still fails to defeat me in those extra 3 tries given, yeah, Reagan was pretty much going to just, keep a distance. She finally won.
I feel like I should add... I should implement like a thing in my Souls-like campaign that's like Estus flasks, but I don't know what I would call them.
You could just say, rejuvenating potions? No, I would not call that. How about, okay, because it's all about crystals and faith-related stuff, you could be focusing on how to turn a crystal into, into a healing item. A specific healing item that replenishes over time. Or, hey, what about an hourglass?
Ooh.
to represent like a crystal that has like the shape of a small hourglass, and whenever somebody pops it, like breaks the hourglass crystal like thing, mana particles or arcana particles like begin to surround the body while they're moving and everything instantly, and they regen. They start recovering HP.
I feel like I like the idea of the hourglass, and
Yeah, it's just a crystal hourglass, like not like a big hourglass, but like actually somewhat like able to like carry it on your pocket. It's like so small, it's like barely noticeable.
what if it was like, what if it was like an hourglass, and like each time you used it, that meant like something in your life is changing, or like you can have a snap
Mm,
where it's just
no,
like,
I was gonna recommend something different from the hourglass. If you wanted to add, like, the thing is, it's a healing item, so there should like not be consequences of something changing. More like recover. It's recovering. It's supposed to be a tool to save things.
yeah,
So it would be weird. It would be weird that some because think about the lore. Think about the lore of those crystals. When targeted and being forced to change fates or history, that's the thing. The hourglass is just time. It's time itself, right?
yeah,
The time itself. Now think about it this way. Think about the hourglass being more like it's technically not healing you. It's technically just healing the mistake you did.
ooh, I like that.
Heal. Yeah, it's technically like not technically curing your body. It's instead like, sorry for this, I'm just cleaning around the room because I have dogs. So I gotta keep an eye on my room. But
Gotcha.
what I have to keep in mind is that think about the lore. How are they able to recover? Because they cannot die. They cannot die when they die unless the very beast comes for them and stuff after dying a certain amount of times. But they legit have an opportunity to fix things. So it would go with the theme of like you make sure that the hourglass was able to make sure that it gave you the opportunity without any consequences to think of it like restoring your body in a state that it did not took damage. But the thing is, I said it did not took damage, so it would not be like like rolling like if it was a normal healing item, right? It would be you would be rolling how many turns, how many rounds, or how many turns would recover your HP, but that would be broken though. So instead, we need to find another way to explain how the hourglass was able to recover some HP, and we could say the fact that that instead the hourglass decided to roll for the amount of HP from different other universes of yourself in this same combat, how it went differently. Because you're not the only version of yourself, right?
Yeah.
You could add the fact that the hourglass is only giving you the benefits of a different universe that had a better outcome. So that's how you explain how like the heal it varies. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, this hourglass thing is technically not healing you. It's only giving you the. It's like think of it like, oh, I missed an arm in this turn, in this turn, and then in another universe you didn't lose an arm, so you decided I'm gonna use the hourglass. If it was upgraded, but it's just like in that universe, it's just like, wait, I recovered my arm finally. You technically didn't recover it. Your body just decided to change its state into a universe that resulted in a better outcome. So what you did is you deleted. Think of it like teleportation. This topics of philosophy, where you're not technically moving to one place to another. You're deleting yourself and recreating another copy of yourself with the same memories and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Think about that. Technically, it's gonna be weird because it's the fragments of fate that has magic to do with it. But technically, what you're doing is altering your true self and taking on multiple think about like the Dark Souls 3 non-DLC final boss, where it was a culmination of all of the souls and stuff like that, of all of the different characters and shit like that fighting you. Technically, you were fighting like the two main characters from the other Dark Souls game before versus the flaming one thing, the Soul of Cinder.
Yeah.
Like you were fighting. Yeah, you were fighting. So technically, think of the hourglass connecting you with the other version of that same universe, and now you're technically they're not taking your own burden. You're technically, you know, because you know how fragments of fate are pretty much like multiple different outcomes, right?
Yeah.
The hourglass is just, instead of making multiple outcomes, it's making only the quote unquote the true outcome. So think of it like DC Universe. There's a canon story, and then there's the other different non main timeline stories. Am I right?
Yeah, it's like
Imagine fusing yourself with the main timeline, or creating a main timeline of yourself.
Yeah, it's like the hourglass is like getting in touch with like the multiverse of like yous that are possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and whatever you get, it's only the favorable outcomes that you could have achieved from the hourglass power. So whatever is going on is pretty much think of it like this: you rolled this amount to recover. Well, I say recover HP because that's simple to understand. Technically, you're not recovering HP. Technically, what you grabbed was only the best HP outcome that you could recover. Technically speaking, let's say, for example, if I rolled higher, I could have done it that way. Nope, actually, no. What you got was considered the best outcome out of all the timelines. So let's say, for example, you roll a 2d4 and you got a 4 and a 4, full HP, right? Full HP. Yeah, that's the best outcome. Let's say, for example, you rolled a 1, 2 ones, and you got 2 HP. That must have been a bad outcome. No, that's the best outcome. No, if you got that, guess what? Out of all of the multiverses, that's the best you got.
Whereas I merely pretended.
There's no bad healing. There's only whatever is available within the best of your interest.
Gotcha.
So the hourglass is not screwing you over. The hourglass is just giving you the best outcome. So whatever you roll, that's on you. That's on you with your other multiverse versions fucking up. The hourglass is just looking for the best outcome from all of the multiverses.
Yeah.
So what do you think of that concept adding into the lore?
I like adding that into the lore, cause yeah, I'll definitely have to type that up. Well, I could just look at the video and then type
and technically it works like a potion. So there's no such thing as abilities to re-roll anything, no abilities to do to re-roll any items. It's a consumable item that replenishes, obviously, but it's a consumable item that legit comes from the fact that you're using the power of multiverses to recover HP. And the thing is, to recover that HP is pretty much signifying that you're only recovering out of all of the good outcomes that you could have get. So there's only one good outcome out of all of the outcomes in multiverses. So either you get that, or you get less. There's no such thing as I could have gotten a better recovery. No, you could have gotten a worse recovery, but the hourglass is not supposed to do that. It's supposed to only give you the best. And the thing is, it works like a normal healing potion. So it's a 2d4 plus 2 HP, right?
Yeah.
And then once you start like doing other explorations and shit, you can start upgrading the thing, and it works better on your favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in my honest opinion, I think the hourglass is just to signify a sense of like how, like what it feels. Think of it like this: it's just like I wonder how my another me would be faring, and the fact that you're just like finding out that that only the best of you is like this is the best they could give you in their own versions, and it just makes you feel like holy shit. It makes you feel like everybody, you're not the only version of yourself struggling. Not all of them are also suffering. Think about that mentality, because think about it, you don't give it too much thought, but imagine the fact that it's just like wait, so it's just like so when we're using this, we're getting the assistance of the best outcome of whatever timeline. It's just like yes, you're getting the best benefit of the best timeline in that moment. It's just like what does that mean by in that moment? Every timeline has its ups and downs, and you know how we're trying to get the perfect ending, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine the fact that why I told you that this is like crossing all multiverses and creating a main timeline. You're trying to get the perfect ending. This hourglass is the hint on how to achieve the perfect ending, because it's trying to make sure that you get the canon ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So imagine how many would be disturbed at the fact that it's just like so we're not even the main or even the original, or it's just like so technically speaking the original new universe is in the makings, and we're just the prototypes, the different outcomes. We're not even the main thing. It's just like think about the circumstances of your self-existence. Imagine not knowing that you're not even from the main timeline, and you're just a side story or some shit. Like, imagine how you would feel if you found out that that was you. And that your actual you that has the perfect ending, the happy ending or the good ending or whatever, is the one that, is gonna be the one existing and not you.
Yeah.
How would you feel about that?
I feel like I would be like if I'm putting myself in like if I'm putting myself in like the in the mindset of like the character, I would be freaking like heart torn out, because it's like because it's just like you're not like the right, you're not the main person of your life. Like there's other yous.
And as you can see, I'm stuck here.
And the fact is, though, at the moment they only know that there's a copy of themselves, another version of themselves being made to guard that place. So they're, at the moment, the mentality of the characters would be that, so some magic is going on and using and creating another version of themselves. Yeah, imagine they found out that whatever they're doing, they're fucking over their own other versions and trying to leech off of each other's. At that point, you're like, we're just good people. We're not trying to. We're trying to help ourselves. Yeah, at the expense of how many of yourselves? It's just like you like think about like this situation. It's just like if one of the villains, quote unquote, I say villains, but it's gray area. It's just like, so how would you feel about if you needed to sacrifice yourself to save everyone? Would you do it? It's just like, yeah. It's just like many people would be like, yeah, I would do it. It's just me versus how many? And it's just like, what if I were to tell you that you also have to kill another version of yourself because it's still you, and it's not considered in everybody because you're all fragments of a piece that holds a timeline together. So at the same time, and you're not. It's not about just you. It's the fact that what if this other you was needed in that timeline and you decide to kill yourself? Guess what? Yes, you saved one timeline, but what about the other yous that were saving other timelines? How many do you kill now? Mathematically speaking, just because they're you doesn't mean that they're going through the same direction. That's the point of multiverses. That's the point of different outcomes. And you never know. They could have saved somebody that you failed to save. And what would that make you? A murderer. What do you think of a villain doing that? The mindfuckery. Well, I say villain, but gray area. But think about the mindfuckery you can do with fucking over the party with those type of things. Imagine it's just like, so you would risk everything to save your friends, right? Yes. It's just like, so if you were to kill another version of you, you would also be killing their friends. So how would you feel about that?
I definitely feel like that's like a real head turner.
Yeah, I feel like the people that are gonna ever watch this stream and stuff like that, or video, as you make it, I feel like they're gonna be wondering, the fuck is wrong with this guy making all of this fucked up, depressing shit? So I'm just thinking of the amount of possibilities of storytelling, making it dark.
Yeah, like I thought of like a bunch of, well, not a bunch. I thought of like 3 different random encounters for you guys in the Souls-like campaign, and it's like one of them is called the Lady of the Lake, which is supposed to be like a whole homage to King Arthur. So essentially what it's like is, what's gonna happen is you guys like walk by a lake and suddenly one of you starts to hear like whispers, and it says to throw your weapon in the lake.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm enjoying suffering. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to watch over my own party. I do want to add though, I think the Souls-like campaign will be like, I just think that the Souls-like campaign has so much opportunity, so many outcomes and potential on how to work it out. Like, you can see the potential, right? Also, I'm looking at some stuff, and it appears that a random dumbass decided to fireball one of Strahd's wife, who is also a Blood Knight and can kill a lot of the fucking low levels. Yeah, I hate when people just automatically start attacking instead of, thinking that maybe it's not a bad target, or maybe it's too powerful for us and we should just maybe, not do stupid shit.
But yeah, so anyway, I died. I didn't get to defeat the boss, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So, the Lady of the Lake whispers you to throw your your weapons into the lake, and depending on the type of weapon you decide to go and throw in, depends on what she gives you back.
Depends on what she gives you back. The thing is, it's a weapon, so no armor.
Nope, no armor. I was thinking of creating something for armor, but I couldn't quite figure out what to do with it.
I see. Well, all good. I would say though that let's hope that imagine somebody throws their weapon and it's just like, well, that's it. You'll get something that it's not even worth equipping, or something that, let's say for example, if they throw a weapon, do they get a weapon in exchange depending on the value?
Yeah, they get a weapon in exchange.
Okay, making sure, because imagine a party member not having a weapon. I just think that's the case though. For me, I think, and big think, is any events that seem sketchy are likely to be avoided, but yeah. It should be understandable that we want to make sure that the party does not get, screwed over. Like, the point of the DM is to have the party discover the journey and do a lot of fun stuff. Yes, you also wanna torture them with some, puzzles, torture them with some battles and stuff like that are tough as hell, and make them, succeed. So taking away their equipment and shit kind of like would be make that more difficult.
Gotcha.
Than it's needed in a world where they have no gold and they only rely on survival mechanics like looting, exploring, and shit. So yeah, I'm just asking in case, because losing a weapon would suck.
Gotcha. Well, let me read to you what I wrote for the notes. You will come by a lake and you will suddenly sense the whispers coming from the lake asking you to throw your weapon into the water. If they do, depending on the weapon that is fully intact, the whispers will ask if you have Unbreaking Spirit, and if you say yes, it will give you a sword of Unbreaking. Only on a certain triumph, when a certain triumph is met, will the sword break.
Wait, so when it says only when a certain triumph is met will the sword break. So like you said, so only when a certain triumph is met. So how does that count? Like, give me examples.
Like examples of triumphs? Like,
Yeah?
so one of them is, I said like killing the Crystal King. Or like you could do it yourself if you're curious. If you get like a nat 20 on a strength check.
Okay.
And essentially what would happen is the sword, like, let me see. No, my controller. Let me take a look at my notes while I level up.
It says here that it will let fate go its course, or to undo one memory that was altered. That's when it breaks.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. So this is gonna be something that is gonna either fuck us over or benefit us, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Or might likely fuck us over because it's breaking the sort of the unbreaking.
Yeah.
So undo one memory that was altered. That would actually fuck us, because remember, when we alter a memory or some shit, it gives us a buff or some stuff, or a permanent buff or something.
Well, if you look lower in the notes, I have a section where I have like another random encounter that's like the Lake of the Time God, where essentially the boss that you meet if you die 10 times will like he has like a resting place on Amarante where you can beat him and like not get killed by him, and he can reset all of like the castles if you do any of them. So that it's such bad. Okay, anyway, you can like reset them, and essentially what happens, I gotta get out of this fight. I can't defeat this guy. Not yet. But essentially, if you talk to him, he'll ask you if you want to like rewind time, and it rewinds time to where all of the castles like come back that you've done, and you can choose to go a different route if you choose, because like what's gonna happen is after you defeat each boss in each castle, you have an option to either take the weapon or item that's given to you from the Crystal of Fate, or you can choose not to and get like an increase in your hit die, I believe.
I see. An increase in the hit die, but then there's a weapon or item, and I think the item is permanent or a one-time use.
The items I don't believe are one-time use.
Okay.
If you scroll up a little bit, I have like a section called Class Crystal, or not Class Crystal, Crystals.
Crystal King.
Crystal of Fate weapons. Let me see if I can remember where I put them.
I don't know if it's on D&D beats or resources.
Oh, it's in.
No, I don't
it's
think
in
so.
Crystal King. There's a section that calls Crystal of Fate weapons, and I have like one for each of you. It's right.
Okay.
It's right above the picture of Asura, the time-frozen snake.
Hey, okay. Okay, JP gets that. Rock. Okay, rock. Okay, that's rock. The ability. It's the music. Dealing massive damage to a monster or monsters. Hit die. Okay. Dealing massive damage to the monster or monsters. So it can do AoE also. Hit die are equal to the level of the player and their dex, con, and charisma modifiers. So let's be honest. It's just like I'm level 4 and my dexterity, my constitution, and charisma are these individually. So add them all up. Oh, that's badass. Yeah, JP should not get rid of that in my opinion, because that's massive damage.
Yeah.
That would encourage him to play his main stats. Now Mike gets the Blood Moon Greatsword. Manifesting to the user, it becomes a knife. The hit dice equals to their level. The hit dice. So whenever they do damage, they use their level and the stats of a greatsword damage roll. Is what you're saying.
Yep.
So let's say for example, it's using the stats of a greatsword. So it's using a strength, their level, and the 2d6 damage.
Yep.
And it's using the hit dice equal to their level. So technically speaking, you're using your HP hit from your levels. And what's Mike's class? Cleric?
He's the rogue.
Rogue. Rogues are squishy, so I guess it would be the definition of using. Yeah, it makes sense for some type of dagger like that. Okay. Dan gets Ring of Copy to copy one spell from a monster or player and use it during the battle. Given that they have the requirements to cast it once the battle is over, the spell can still be used until another spell the user wants it's copied. Do you get surprised when I told you that you cannot dispel magic or counterspell my Echo Knights?
Oh no, I didn't create that ring for that. Like.
Oh no! When we fought the first boss.
Oh yeah, I was kind of pissed. I was just like, ah man, I'm gonna get him with this spell, and you were just like, no, and I was just like, no.
And then when you one-shotted us, and you're just like, oh jeez. And then when you saw us coming back from the dead, and then making the boss not get a turn, it was just like karma. Everything has been balanced.
Yeah, it was just like. It was a freaking sight to behold.
Yeah, that battle was levels of crazy. The thing is, the sword. Okay, sorry. The sword in the stone. I need to get a nat 20 or a 30. A 30 in what? What's the skill check?
It would be a basic strength skill check.
Oh, not athletics?
I mean, I could do athletics. I haven't figured that out entirely.
True, but yeah, if you're making it, the thing is, the likelihood of me making a strength check and getting a 30 is unlikely. That sort of stone requires somebody to be like at least high level enough, like level 11 or something, or level 12 or 13
Yeah.
to even have a chance to get. Okay, because let's say for example, somebody has to have max strength. That's the problem. So the +5 modifier in strength, and then somebody needs to have, you know. The thing is, strength checks are only using the strength stat. They're not using, you know, the proficiencies or anything. So that's another. That's why I said athletics. If somebody's proficient in athletics, think about it. It uses modifier and the stat of athletics, which is strength. So the chances of getting a 30 are actually possible. Because if you use max out strength, you only get up to +5.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
That's what I think. That's what I think. Unless a class is specific in strength checks, but it only majority of the time in D&D Beyond it says you're proficient in saving throws, not in strength and not in checks. So I have yet to see a class that is proficient in checks. So that's why I think allowing athletics check is better because it uses this stat and the proficiency mod to allow somebody to reach a 30. That's just me saying it.
Gotcha.
Then there's me, the sword of changing. Okay, if in the case the sword should break, the coin on its hilt flips, and on a 1 it creates a weapon of decreased value, and on a 2 it creates a sword of increased value. The coin can also be taken out to provide a luck buff on the team, which gives advantage to all attack rolls for the battle, but the sword must be fixed after the coin has been taken out. If it is not fixed and the sword breaks, then the sword's ability instead seals itself never to be used again. So what I'm getting at is that this blade is supposed to do something special. Like, let's say, for example, what does decreased or increased value mean? That the sword of changing is just like, oh, it from a long sword to a dagger. Or from a long sword to a great sword or some valuable shit. Is that what I'm getting at?
It's more like along the lines of it changes, but well, come to think about it, I might have to tweak it just a tiny bit because it's like
Yeah.
because it's just like
Vague.
yeah, it's very vague.
Okay. Though I did get the idea that the coin is whenever the sword breaks, I have a chance to roll a 1d2. On a roll of 1, the item's value decreases, so it's a weaker weapon. Or on a roll of 2, the value of the item increases, so it's a stronger version of the weapon.
Yeah.
Now, another thing about this weapon that I'm wanna ask about, because I need to know. So, for this weapon, I'm gonna ask. Really important. Then you said that I can take out the coin for a luck buff instead, if the sword breaks. Right?
Yeah.
So it has to break in order to take the luck buff?
No. You can take the coin out at any time, but once it's taken out, you have to fix it. It's not like it's not like the sword is broken once you take out the coin. Like the sword is still usable, but you have to fix the sword in order to get in order to use its like power, which is changing after each time it breaks.
So whenever I take out the coin, I have to get the sword fixed. And I bet you're gonna tell me the materials that I needed to fix it, right?
Yes.
And until it's fixed, I have a certain amount of time limit before it seals itself, is what you're saying.
You don't really have like a time limit. It's just like you have to get it fixed as soon as possible, because like you never know when there's a possibility for it to break.
Oh, and the thing is, if I decide that, and that forces me not to rely on that weapon at all times if I know it has a chance of breaking. And the thing is, how do weapons break in this campaign? If I use them in such other ways than just pure combat?
Yeah.
Oh, so let's say, for example, oh, I need to climb, but I got no rope. I'm going to use my weapons instead to use them as, climbing sticks or something.
Yeah.
And that decreases the durability and stuff like that. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Or if I'm fighting a rust monster, which I hate those. I hate those with a passion. They break gear. They're the definition of I'm about to destroy all of your gear. If it's a magic item, it's safe, technically speaking. I think.
Gotcha.
So, on the scale of how we're gonna handle the campaign for Souls-like,
Yeah.
The thing is, all of these events added are nice. I'm not complaining. The thing is, I just know that some of them seem like high level stuff, so they should be left alone until we're strong enough to actually use them. Now, exploration-wise, though, I feel like majority of the time, whenever we're fighting enemies in the open world, and if they have any, gear or extra weapons, I'm likely going to grab them so that I have spare weapons. Because knowing the fact that weapons can break and stuff like that, it would make sense that my character should be experienced in making sure that you always have a backup.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Remember in the campaign, this motherfucker is hoarding weapons. Some of these weapons are not even being used. They're trophies because those are from his revenge targets he killed. So, honestly speaking, he would be keeping weapons on his inventory just to make sure that he's ready for, in case that he needs to make sure that he has a backup in case his sword breaks or in case that they disarm him or something and he decides to, beat the enemy's ass.
Yeah.
For a rogue, if Mike was here for the boss fight and he got to revive with us, it would have ended up being a situation where when you said, oh yeah, deal sneak attack damage, and if he actually dealt, because he's a rogue, he already deals sneak attack damage. So the extra damage dice from sneak attack, it would have stacked with his own sneak attack, and he would have dealt a lot of damage.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's like,
just thinking.
It's like I'm trying to do like my best to make like the experience very memorable for them.
Yeah, and it's actually fun for them. It's actually been fun. So far, nobody has complained. And JP was talking to you about like DMing himself once, right? Or like trying a campaign with 6 party members, right?
Well, he wants to learn how to DM. I'm not sure if he wants to do 6 players yet, or if he wants to wait a little bit. But all I know is that he wants to learn how to DM.
Mm-hmm. Respectable.
Yeah.
Nothing bad with that. I would say though that in my own opinion about the encounters, why the fuck did I get Radon? Why did I get the super boss? Like, I'm not complaining, but gee, holy shit, I got the real shit.
Well, I was just like, I couldn't really figure out like what boss would be good for you, and then I saw Radon, and then I was thinking about what your character is like because you told me so much about them, and like, I was just like, you know what? General Don sounds like a good idea.
My castle version is just gonna be Strahd's castle or some shit. It's just gonna be Strahd's castle entirely. And it's gonna be me trying to not only, you wanna know, the idea of fighting a General Radon-like boss would be, the thing is, it's not technically General Radon himself, it's just the stats of General Radon, right?
Yeah, it's just the stats of General Radon.
Yeah, so in retrospective, I would be fighting something that is close to a demigod. So who am I gonna be fighting that's close to a fucking demigod?
I mean,
Who? No, Michael the God. He's a homie. He's Michael the God Slayer. Nah, he's a homie. Nah, I'm not fighting Michael the God Slayer, a powerful fucking monk that finally reached level 20. No, senor. I'm not about to deal with somebody with 27 AC as a monk with using 8 key points to be resistant to everything, and also being able to punch the shit out of people with a 19 DC of check for stunning. I'm not about to do that, and that will not make sense. What would make sense is it's the player's castle, right? So it would be like a major, but it's not it's one of the very first castles. It's technically a campaign that has more than just mere castles, right? It'd just be like your first ever major boss thing that you in your life. But it's at the level of a demigod, so we still have to explore like strongholds and shit like that. I feel like I will be fighting Strahd instead. I feel like I'm gonna be fighting Strahd instead in my castle.
gotcha.
If you think about it, it would be me fighting Strahd, since he can legit. Strahd can kill adult dragons solo without trying. And this is a buffed version of Strahd, so you could technically get the stats of the obvious Strahd, but yeah.
Yeah, like, so far, like, I think the bosses are okay for right now. Even with you and General Radahn.
Okay, all I know though is that I am about to get the ass whooping of my life.
It's payback for having me do this Elden Ring rules.
You added it before you got the Elden Ring. So at this point, it's even. It's even. It's just me. No, I gave you the challenges because I saw what I was about to suffer. Good luck. Fighting Strahd, huh? Fighting Strahd, that's gonna be... Oh, pain. But if I just get a magic item that maintains my strength to a specific set, I'm legit immune to the curse effect if I have a specific magic item that increases strength to a specific number. Am I right?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, no. In this server, Strahd has a special curse weapon, and whenever he uses that curse sword and hits an opponent, they roll a 1d6, and that determines how much you lose on your strength stat. And if it reaches 0, you die. And the thing is, it's whenever he hits you once per turn with the blade. So let's say, for example, he hits you 3 times, but this ability is only once per turn, so you lose a 1d6 of your strength. Next turn, you lose an extra 1d6 of your strength, and it's gonna stack up until you reach to 0 and die. With a magic item like a fire giant belt, or not even a fire giant belt, but with ogre gauntlets, your strength will always be 19, or will always be this number, so it cannot be decreased, because it will always come back to that number. And that's the point of those magic items. They're supposed to give you this strength. Am I right?
Yeah.
So the curse is being nullified, countered. Think of it like being countered. Also, another thing that I want to talk about those type of curse effects is there's certain magic items that can nullify certain status elements, right? Like, think about it like this. I have the fire giant belt. I have 25 strength. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna decrease your strength. It's just like I got the fire giant belt. It increases my strength to this number at all times. It will never decrease. It will never decrease. And knowing that the max stat is 20, the strength will never increase or decrease, but at least it will make sure that it remains at 25. So a permanent stat, unless you stop attuning to the belt itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing about magic items. I was thinking of that. Also, it appears that the sun, not the Sunblade, not the Sunblade. It was the other version that was meant to be made to kill Strahd. It appears that one it has to pick a chosen one. I think. I forgot. But that sword, the Dawnbringer or something like that. That's the weapon. That's a legendary weapon. That sword. Technically speaking, what the guys from the Westmarch server said is, you cannot craft the Sunblade in this server pretty much. That the Sunblade cannot be crafted. So it's a special item that needs to be found. So in reality, it makes you think, right? What are the people from that Westmarch server planning to do with the special Dawnbringer weapon? And the thing is, it requires a hero. And I'm scared who the hero is because they're gonna be, targeted. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
So please, for the love of God, don't give Reagan the Dawnbringer. There's a reason. Think about it. Some people be like, "Oh yes, I'm the hero. Yes, my character's special." It's just like, yeah. Now you got the entire court of Strahd's intention and Strahd himself to kill you, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm hunted now." Shit. Yeah, you put a big target on your back by becoming the main character. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this difference is, there's no plot armor to save you. No plot armor is gonna save you if they catch you. Am I right?
Yeah.
And the thing about this weapon, it has a personality. So, holy shit, please, for the love of God, leave Reagan alone. He just wants to be a powerful warrior. And the thing is, everybody is just like, dude, Reagan is like shown the main character because of the amount of shit I put him through.
Yeah.
My friends keep saying that, so it's just enjoyment that I kind of see. I like the idea that they consider my character a main character, shown in like main character. But at the same time, I don't want the big target on my back to die.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I think I am going to stop the recording, so hopefully you guys liked this video, and
Make sure to subscribe and to see more funny memes. Okay, I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you hopefully for another episode of this if you guys liked it. So yeah, have a nice day.